look, we're speaking about Surah Yusuf, and we started speaking about beautiful things, and we said, be careful who you share it with. Not everyone will be genuine, and even those who are genuine, sometimes it can enter the heart after a certain time, and it can affect you. So, if you look at what happened, jealousy overtook these brothers, yet they were the children of a Nabi. And what this means is, Yaqub, may peace be upon him, who was the father, Jacob, may peace be upon him, father of these children, he gave them a brilliant upbringing. It is wrong for us to think for a moment that he faltered in his upbringing. But no matter how beautiful your upbringing is, there will always be challenges within your children. There will always be certain things. You have some parents, they tell you that, I've always read Salah and fulfilled it in the beautiful way. My child, when he was young, he used to join me. Now that he is old, he is dilly-dallying and he is not really fulfilling his Salah. What do I do? Will I be punished for his deeds and so on? It's a question that people ask. They are worried because sometimes Allah's test for you is that your children might do things that you do not like. How do you react to it? What do you do as a result? These children, Yaqub alayhi salam, being a Nabi of Allah, already thought that they may do this. And when they did plan, he had a feeling that this plan is plotted out in order to cause some form of harm to this little child. Yusuf or Joseph, may peace be upon him. And yet, he tried to communicate. Look at the engagement that there was between parent and children. Look at it. When they decided, the brothers decided that, let's kill off this little boy because his father loves him too much. I'm going to pause there for a moment, and we've done this in the past. Islam teaches us to be just between our children. But there is an issue that we need to realize. If I am a child, say for example in my family I am 8 out of 9, and that's the truth. I am number 8 out of 9 children. So the one who's after me, my younger brother, it's the first person I am going to see at a certain age growing up. Those who are older than me saw me when I was born, and they saw my mother perhaps cuddling me and playing with me and so on, but they did not see themselves, because none of us can remember how we were cuddled, but we can only see the one younger than us being cuddled. So wrongfully the devil might come to you and think that your father or your mother is favoring the one who is younger, yet the same thing was done to you, but you were too small to know. And this is why the oldest has witnessed all the others being cuddled and perhaps kissed and perhaps played with and so on, and yet it is a test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It does not mean that your mother does not like you or your father does not like you. It definitely means that you are at an age where you did not see it happening to yourself, but you are now witnessing it to your siblings. However, we need to go out of our way, my beloved brothers and sisters, to declare our love for our children and to declare it for all our children. And we should never ever be unfair to our children. Sometimes because of the complexion of our child, we tend to treat them unfairly. One is fair in complexion, one is a bit darker. And we tend to think, you know what, this one is the black sheep. A'udhu billah. It causes a problem. I know of people who've sent me emails, really, little children, who say, Sheikh, my father is a friend of yours. I don't know which friend and from where. But he really looks up to you. However, because I am darker in complexion, they don't take me out when they go shopping. They take my sister because she is fair in complexion and she looks very pretty. And I am dying inside. I don't know what to do. I don't feel like living anymore. Subhanallah. Are you doing that in your family? Change it today. Wallahi. Are you disrespecting one of it? That's a gift of Allah. It's your test, wallahi. It is your test. It is reported that, subhanallah, Zayd ibn Haritha radiallahu anhu was very fair in complexion. And his son, Usama bin Zayd, was dark in complexion. And you know what? People started saying that these two, perhaps they might not be, this might not be his son and so on. The father never doubted. Nobody else who was full of meaning ever doubted. But one day, there was an expert in this matter, and he looked at the feet of the two of them that were sticking out of one side of the blanket that was covering them, and he says, إِنَّ هَذِهِ الْأَقْدَامِ بَعْضُهَا مِنْ بَعْضٍ. As he's walking past, he says, these feet, they actually belong to one another. One is from the other. And immediately, even when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam heard this, he was so happy. Not because, there was any doubt in the minds of those who were genuine, but because the mischief makers wanted to create a doubt, and that was clarified and clear. So remember one thing, don't ever treat your child in a negative way. Wallahi, the detriment that has, and it will have for generations to come, will be something that you will be responsible for. So go out of your way, treat the children properly, treat them fairly, even the children of others. Go out of your way to give them respect. So in your absence, people will treat your children also with respect.